Hello, Terranova Lyceum. Hello, world. I'm your host, Alva, and today we are going to be drawing a card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn. It's one of our favorite decks here. I love the inside of this celestial, pretty artwork. Of course, this beautiful landscape artwork as well. So, before we get started, let's take a nice deep cleansing breath in. Let it go and let it flow. So we've worked with this deck a few times, and I feel like we get really positive, accurate readings from it. So we've got the sunrise over the ocean, the wave breaking. That's what the universe has to say to us today. And one more. Oh, there we go. And let's see what we have. So this one feels a lot like a domino reading, where it's not like one theme that we're looking at, but more like something that trips into something else, that trips into something else, or triggers something else. And I'm using trigger here just as a neutral word rather than the normal negative. Just where it just sort of flows into the next. So our first card is Freedom, and we have a swallow. I don't know if that's a barn swallow or a cliff swallow, or but it is a swallow, the bird. So, and you've got the individual here that you can kind of see really well, but it's got a flock back behind it. So, our message here is freedom, and what that's kind of telling me is it's about being an individual, okay, being free to be yourself, to express yourself honestly, to express yourself candidly, to be real with other people, your community here, right? About how you feel and what you think and what's going on with you. But you're also supported by this community. So it's being an individual and being part of the community that supports your individuality, with a strong emphasis on interdependence. Okay, and I have to emphasize interdependence, not codependence. That's incredibly unhealthy. Independence is not unhealthy, but it's not always sustainable, right? I mean, we are social creatures, and we live in groups. You know, our family units, and the family units are in towns, or little communities that are in towns, and the towns are in counties, and the counties are in states, and so forth and so on, right? States are in countries, and each one of those carries its own identity. But we're talking about, you know, your own self-expression, okay, and sharing that, being real with your community with that. And if the community you're currently in does not support that, then that may be a change that needs to be made. So it's about being who you really are and having that community support for that. And again, this is just sort of an interesting. So we're taking this second card here. We have Enlightenment, and of course we have this beautiful. Let me hold that up there so y'all can see that the ship sort of sailing into the galaxy, right? Like out into the universe. So if you look at one definition of enlightenment as being us moving outside of our individual selves and seeing how we are part of the greater whole, also going back to being an individual and part of a community, that may be where we're playing with this idea of not in a dualistic way, and not setting up as an opposites sort of way or a duality, but in the drop of water, you know, in the ocean. It's like you are the drop of water and you are the ocean, okay? Or you're the wave and the ocean. However you want to do your metaphors is fine. But a smaller part that is distinguishable from the whole, but yet makes up the whole. So I feel like this is sort of where you're finding yourself and expressing yourself, and you're also finding that community that supports that's going to bring about a period of enlightenment, of I want to say revelation of spiritual truths. That sounds like really, whoa. Um, and sometimes it is cathartic like that, where you're just sort of bam, and you get these downloads, and wow, you understand things you never understood before. It may happen like that. Sometimes it's a little it's more subtle, where things just sort of shift together in your life, and suddenly you see the big picture. Okay, but this card, yeah, this is a time that is coming. It's on us now. We are in a Mercury retrograde, and we'll be, I think, until February 13th, 14th. I can't see that date. It's really small print. Sometime in mid-February. Um, so this is an excellent time to go within anyway, to be reflective, to meditate, to focus on whatever inner work, inner healing. I mean, that's been a huge theme, right? That you might be doing. But this is sort of pointing that there's a breakthrough coming. There's knowledge, expansion of knowledge, um, truth. I keep getting truth that's coming. And this is a positive. This is a huge positive. Okay, so, and we know it's a huge positive because our third card is success. Okay, and we got a rainforest here. There's a lovely, I do believe that is a melanistic jaguar, okay, also known as a black panther. Black panther can be a melanistic jaguar or a melanistic leopard. Leopards are, I think, indigenous to Africa, but the jaguar is in South America. So this is very definitely a rainforest. So I'm gonna call this and say South America. Not that that's the main point of this card. Again, this is sort of, our successes are frequently dependent, interdependent on others, right? And not just other people, but our environment, our earth. Rainforests are the lungs of the planet. Okay, none of us are going to make it if the rainforest doesn't make it. Okay, none of us, anything about small things, none of us will make it if the honeybees don't make it. None of us are going to make it if worms went extinct tomorrow. We're not going to make it. So I think first and foremost is sort of a nod to be of gratitude, to be grateful for those things that, you know, we're not always aware of, that make our lives possible. And part of that's our Mother Earth, right? So I think when we work in tandem with her instead of against her, we can experience success. And again, this has to do with being part of, our theme is the individual here. Can't see the card. You know, we're the individual, right? The individual being part of a bigger whole. This, you know, our success is dependent on us acknowledging our part in the whole, but also being the individual that contributes to the whole. Yeah, I'm getting, this is a gratitude, the small successes, whatever that looks like to you. Sometimes a small success may look like, I got up this morning and got my clothes on. Okay, that's fine. That counts. I got up this morning and I went and got my coffee and I didn't snap at anybody. That's a success. Okay, or I managed a genuine smile before noon. That's a success. Okay, so I think when we can celebrate even the, I'm air quoting here, small. I mean, is there anything that's really an actual small success? When we count those, folks, that's big. That's a win. And when we kind of put that energy out there, like, hey, this is a win. A win for me is a win for everybody. A win for everybody is a win for me. We need so much less competition, folks. Less competition. None of us get out of this life alive, and we're all here to learn lessons. Okay, it really isn't this who's got the bigger car, who's got the bigger house, who's got the bigger paycheck. All that is, you know, that's society setting us up, and all the things. You know, success, real success, I think, is being happy. Are you happy with who you are? Are you being yourself? Because I can't hold these cards right. Turn those so you can see them. Okay, are you happy being yourself? If you're happy being yourself, that's a success. Okay? Are you contributing? Okay? Are you contributing to the betterment of the universe? That is a success. Okay? And it feels like there's more of this to come. Like, this is enlightenment. I feel like the enlightenment is on our plates right now. Success is on our plates. Freedom. You know, and that's freedom from the tyranny of, you know, societal expectations and childhood traumas and relationship dramas and, you know, ugh, forget that stuff, folks. Get rid of it. We don't need it. We don't need it. We need to be who we are, and we need to be around people who support that. And we need to be thankful for what we have and give back. So I feel this is I'm getting a huge this. Again, they're not. I don't feel like it's a huge like one thing. It's not a weather forecast, but I feel like these are flowing. They're flowing into each other. They're interdependent. There we go. We're just tie all this together. All right. So to be very specific, this reading is for Monday the 24th, Tuesday the 25th, and Wednesday the 26th. We are having our next new moon circle on January 30th, and let me have this written down here, at 3 p.m. Okay, so I hope that you all will come out and hop on our Zoom call, and it'll be under events. So if it's, you pull the little menu out, or sometimes maybe it's already out for you on the left hand side, go down to events, it'll be there, okay? Or it should be there. If not, go under topics. Our first topic at the top, our new moon manifestation circle, and it'll be under events there. Okay, so easy peasy events. And this will be the new moon in Aquarius. We want to go ahead and set our intentions. January 30th, that's Sunday at 3 p.m. Okay, so the actual new moon is February 1st at 2:49 a.m. Eastern Standard. Okay, so what that's looking like, I think that's like a Tuesday. I've tried my very best for the new moon manifestation circle to keep our calls on the weekend. So if it's not on a Sunday, it's on a Friday. But most of them I think are on Sundays. So I hope you will come out, hop on the call with us. We will draw some cards. We'll talk some astrology. And we will hold space for you and what you're wanting to pull into your life. And if you can't make the call, again, under topics, we have the New Moon Manifestation Circle topic. I don't know what else to call it other than topic. It's a topic. It's a thread. Put your intentions in there. We can still hold space for it. Okay? So, I hope everyone has a fantastic week. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything about the actual reading, anything about the New Moon Manifestation Circle, please put it in the comments below. I will talk to y'all again soon. Bye for now.